Hi, Scorpio Moons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be doing a 3-card spread, past, present, and future, using the Cosmic Tarot deck. And then I will clarify those 3 cards using the Halloween Tarot deck. Happy Halloween to all of you. And happy birthday to all of you celebrating birthdays around this time of year. I love this time of year. And I just felt the need to say that. I'm fully aware that this is not sun energy, but because of the Scorpio energy and just the overall feeling of celebration, coming into a new season, enjoying it before the wintertime comes. And this will apply for those where the summer solstice just took place here. So with that, again, being great celebration, I hope that you all are doing well and feeling well. With the moon card energy that we have here, we're currently in Aries, the moon being in Aries right now, with the full moon just coming about 3 days ago. I was guided to use this particular card here. So we have full moon in Aries energy. Full moon in energy usually lasts about 5 days after the full moon is at 100%. 5 days before and then 5 days after. Fiery climax approaches. Change, change, change. With the fire on the side. So I will do the reading for this card with the background that we have here. I was getting this being connected to Taurus moon energies, where I did use this background for Taurus moons. This coming from Capricorn moons, where I also use this background for Capricorn moons as well. And Capricorn moons being featured in the Spotlight series for this round of readings. A very grounded, realistic, successful, mountain climbing, persevering, greatest of all time energy here. And it's very cool what's been coming through for each of the readings, as I've done a different background for every single zodiac so far. And it's been pretty fun. There's been some very intense changes taking place with this full moon. Full moon was in Pisces in sidereal astrology. And that being about a deeper connection with intuitiveness. I feel that is bringing about opportunities for us to see the flip side of things, not being so stuck in the 3D, but taking delight in that flight that can come from the magic that comes from Pisces. And also being in a very loving state for self, but also having a lot of love for others. Sharing, giving, caring, being kind and compassionate, but also very dreamy. And then with the Pisces energy that comes through, that also being related to Virgo. I love how we're all interconnected. It's just a beautiful way that all of the zodiac signs kind of work together. It's really beautiful. And the energy that I'm feeling is that feeling of unity. And so from Virgo energy being polarity of Pisces, that being about more grounded energy, earth energy, and paying attention to details, making sure one has all the receipts, one is covering all their bases, not being too critical, being critical but not being too critical, and again, going back to loving oneself, being a great healer. Hermit energy also connected too, so going within to get that win, finding the light, and shining bright. That was a nice little rhyme there. So I'll go ahead and read the reading for the card here. If I can find my book. Hold on. Let me go grab it. I'm going to open my blind for you too. And we'll just pause the music real quick. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created the situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Exclamation point. Attune to the moon by being nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate, do your best, to where you want to be. Additional meanings for this card. Being assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. And before I move on, I will say that just made me think of what was happening as I was getting ready for your reading. I think it's hilarious. I pick up on a lot of distraction and outside energy of attempted blocks. And so right when I was getting ready to do your reading, there was a huge lawnmower sound. Like, it was so loud. I'm like, what is that? And I kept hearing it go from one way to the other way. And so I looked outside and went towards the sound and saw it was this lady, like, ferociously, like, driving this lawnmower, like, just going at it on these small little areas of grass here. And it was so damn loud. But while she was doing that, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to record while that's taking place. I'm going to go ahead and grab a glazed donut, heat that bitch up for about 15 seconds, and enjoy my donut while I wait very patiently for this lady to get finished with her lawn mowing over here on the side here. And so I did that, and it was delicious. And that made me think of you and the Taurus energy of your polarity energy of Taurus, and just how much it is that I was picking up on you all really enjoying delicious foods as well too. So just wanted to mention that. We'll go on with the rest of the additional meanings for this card. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. You need to have more fun. The teaching. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. All right, and those wanted to split. I just noticed that. We have the Queen of Wands here. Very complementive to the Aries energy, where I do feel you're very much in alignment. And this could be you as man or woman. This is completely about energy. And the feminine energy that's coming from this queen. All four queens create the Empress energy. So I do feel that you are sitting very pretty, very confident. There may be a little bit of doubt, but I feel that this is why you're in this Queen of Wands energy. Being called to take action when it comes to yourself, your life, your power, your happiness, and your peace. And you're not messing around. I'm seeing that look coming from the eye glare there. You mean business. You're all about everything that you represent and you've worked hard for. And you will not allow anyone to come in and intercept or interfere. You have eyes in the back of your head as well. And the reason I say that is because I do see this archer energy of a Sagittarius, where it may look like, this bow and arrow is going towards your head here. But I'm also seeing a bird over here. And even with that being, the target, with the bird being the target, it's still somewhat concerning. And so I do feel that you see what's going on behind your back, in front of your back. You see what's going on completely 360, where it may come off as you not. And I do feel that is being connected to your Scorpio moon energy. The moon energy being your feminine energy here too anyway. But I do feel that, and this is fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and a Fucus. I do feel that with you having Scorpio energy, you don't really relay a whole lot. You just kind of watch and take in, observe, be pretty, It goes back to this Empress energy, you know, you building up to where it is that you are, being very accomplished, established, knowing what you want and going for it and getting it, but also being a loving and nurturing individual who is a kind-hearted soul and puts a lot of fire into the amount of love that they share. But you're not one to be mistaken, because you do have this strong Scorpio energy from within, and you have that energy of being mesmerizing and tantalizing. You know how you can utilize your power. It doesn't even have to be used. You can just be present and energies around you melt. And so I do feel that this is a call for you, being in this energy, to continue to do what it is that you're doing and be on the increase of that, really embracing this energy of Aries, making sure that you do what's best for you, putting you first. And with the first energy, I'm just seeing that wand there, that giving me Ace of Wand energy. Message. All right, so we'll move this here. And if you know any Capricorn moons, do send them some love. That Saturnian energy can get real strong sometimes. Let's go ahead and grab your cards. Oh, that might be a little loud. There we go. Scorpio moons. Past, present, and future. It was quite a journey trying to get your reading done too. I will say that. Very transitional, transformative energies that were taking place in the midst of preparation. So that may resonate for some of you. But it's all for the greatest good. And you're seen as a very, I mean, you're just seen as a true ultimate success. Everything that you do is wonderful. And again, it just goes back to what I was saying about, you know, those who may underestimate you or mistake you for not being competent. You're very much up to the challenge, and not even being a challenge. You're entertaining it. And then coming out very successfully as that Queen of Wands. That does speak to the fire energy connected to your ruling planet sign of Mars as well. And Aries being a brother sign there with the masculine energy coming from Mars. Scorpio moons. I'll do one more here. All right, so for your past, let me feel and see. We're going to do reversals here. For your past, we have the Three of Swords. Well, yay to this, being in your past energy. That's swell. This is great energy here. You putting behind heartache, deception, heartbreak, people who are scheming, scammy. I feel that you being in that Queen of Wands, you having that look, you giving that energy and that message. Again, it's going back to the presence. You having the presence. You can be anywhere and everywhere. Very scorpionic energy. And so I feel that, you know, if anything has come against you or anyone has come against you, whether you're present physically or not, that message is going to resonate, that you know, that you see it. You know what's happening. Nothing can get past you. And so I do feel this is about an exposure here of a Three of Swords connected to third-party situation where this is three different people. Three different people that have had a plan, whether it be intentional or not, but it culminating in this way where there was an attempt to throw these knives at you. I was hearing darts, but you being this beautiful rose here, I feel this is a decoy. A complete decoy where you set this up here. Set this up as this vulnerable, pretty, wonderful, great smelling flower. Just waiting to be pierced with these swords here. Setting up a situation here because you knew what was going to happen. And so I feel this is like the one last round, the one last go, before you completely decide to move on with the solution and the with the answer that you've been given by the actions here. So it just being a test and trial on your part, where you are sitting in that observation as this Empress here, just waiting and being patient, possibly giving other people a try. I'm hearing one last chance, one more chance, and doing so for these individuals because they may have done some shitty stuff in the past, and them doing a repeat here, but you making sure you're not even here. You're somewhere else. You're in a fire energy somewhere else, not in this blue energy here. Possibly, I'm seeing these clouds. And just as I said before with the Queen of Wands, you being everywhere, air sign energy coming through here. So you may have significant air energy in your chart. And I feel that just speaks to the Magician. Whether you do or not, I do feel that is about you and your manifesting and the way that you are a very strong magician as well. One of the tools being your Scorpio moon energy. Powerful, powerful shit. So, swords energy, we do have that with the air energy, but I do feel it's coming from these energies here where they're just completely mistaking you for a fool. That's turning out to be not so. And you seeing the truth for what it is when it comes to certain individuals, moving accordingly, and now this being in your past. No more of this for you, because you're moving away from this and these energies and these people, presenting the situation so these things can happen so that you can make the firm decision to never return back to these particular energies here. 3 energy is also that Empress energy, with the Empress being the number 3 in the major arcana as well. All right, so let's see what we have in your present. I knew a reversal was going to come out for y'all. Oh, goodness. So we have the Prince of Swords in reverse. And what I'm getting here is that there's just no spying. Because of this ending here, because the truth has come to the surface, because there is a knowing about misbehaving energies here, I do feel that it's connected to this Page of Swords energy. Princess being page. And no more messages coming through connected to this here as well. But definitely no more spying. You've been spying on the person who's been spying, or people who have been spying on you and have them figured out. I'm also seeing very similar energy here with the Lotus being here with the sword here. And so with this, I just, I'm getting this as being the preparation here, and this being the success of what's come out of moving past this 3 of Swords. Which again goes back to no more spying. This is more air energy. So that airy communication coming through, I do feel that this is also about you cutting off the result of what's taking place here with this 3 of Swords, and now you cutting off and creating a block. That also being about that energy that I was seeing behind your back and that Queen of Wands there. And no more of this. This being completely over. You setting up yourself to have boundaries so that you're no longer experiencing energies that have been allowed into your life, been blessed to be a part of your atmosphere, and have completely taken advantage of that, shitted all over it, not appreciated it. They get no more goodies. That being right here. And this Princess of Swords here. In your future, we have the 8 of Cups. So as much love as there could have been with the situation, you having to put up your boundaries. I do feel that this is about someone here who is sad because you have set up those boundaries and decided to walk away. The actions that you were expecting. And I do feel that these were representing energies here that you gave the benefit of the doubt. in there being some kind of significant change, and you realizing, again, there's just no change here. So you doing what's necessary to take care of you, also by walking away here. This being your energy here with the number 8, 8th house energy of Scorpio, and also your energy here with the cups, water energy. And I'm not getting this as being you here, given that we have that Queen of Wands where you wanted to make yourself known at the beginning of this reading, and where it is that you stand, and how it is that you're not to be messed with or played with anymore. It's over. And now someone's sad. And I do feel maybe one person in particular that had like a cruise ship. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Like a crew, a few people, some associates, accomplices, a little gang. Something similar to that. But this being a soul person here that you were dealing with, who is disappointed and now sad. Their ship's not coming in because they have not taken care of the ship. They haven't done the work. They've been too busy planning and attacking. And it probably not even being something that's on purpose. It could be about, mental health. You just realizing how toxic it is, that you've done everything that you can do as that Queen of Wands, being that loving, nurturing energy. Being very strong in your moon power here too, having that all-knowing energy. But really wanting to believe that, change could be present with the situation, you walking away. And the energy of the sadness now being the result. But I feel with you walking away is more of a judgment energy that's taking place, so that changes can be made with the toxic energies that you were dealing with. And that being their complete and total choice there too as well. They can continue to remain in those cycles, doing the same things over and over again, but you have decided not to be a part of that, removing yourself and setting up boundaries. All right, let's get to your clarifiers. Let's move this. We'll move this up here at the top. I'll kind of do this so we can still kind of see it there. All right, clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords. Strong telepathy is coming through here too. This is a lot of cards here. Judgment being on the very top here. And that was coming through here as a part of this Eight of Cups being in your future here. But I feel that this is the instant action coming from you, and that fire energy is the Queen of Wands, and what it is that you're doing for yourself. Bringing about judgment energy here. Helping others to awaken to the truth of the actions that they continue to take part in. But also how many chances you have given these individuals here. And being connected to this painful energy has been painful for you. So you releasing yourself from the toxicity so that you can move more into your fire power, your overall Empress energy. Reaping what one has been sowing. And seeing the vampire, that also gives me the energy about you being everywhere, whether you're physically present or not. Not to say that you are a vampire, but that being the energy of you being able to be in different places, and the air energy also connected to that as well. Full moon energy, the intensity from that past full moon, the full moon being in Pisces, contributing to these changes here. Being more intuitive, listening really truly to oneself and one's intuition and what it's really saying, so that you can live your best life and really be in a state of happiness and peace and serenity, unaffected by those who have continued to make the decision to not heal. Wow. This is the end of your reading, Scorpio Moons. That's it. We don't even need to see no more cards. I just feel that this is, again, about reaping what one is sowing. Being naughty. You setting up a situation here. This being a part of your purpose, but also you protecting yourself and making sure you're a part of this air energy here. Not even here, but setting yourself up as this way, as this delicate flower here. Having that internal knowing that it might possibly happen again, what has happened before. And if this last time happens again like it happened before, you're done, done, done. Done, done, done. Right here with the Justice and the Judgment coming out together. These are very interchangeable energies here, not being the same, where one is more about the action and then the result of the action. Notice what's in the scales here too. For Libra energy, this could be about dealing with a particular Libra energy here, where they have they have chosen the complete road of toxic, not even considering being balanced when it comes to non-toxic energy. Because we have fear here on one side, and then we have rat energy on the other side. And it being balanced, so being in both of these energies here when it comes to the scales, that being a part of their perception, their creativity, and what it is that they have brought about for themselves in their own lives here. I'm seeing a little voodoo doll. Everything that's been happening, manipulation towards you. And, you know, with that bow and arrow that I did notice was going towards your head, that having to do with the air energy and manipulation of the mind. Just manipulation all over the place here. The bats being in preparation here too, those being sword energy. The crow being right here, where I'm getting more toxic energy. That could be a positive energy, but with this energy that's coming through and this being under the Three of Swords, I doubt it. Not feeling that at all. The owl being quite significant here, where I do feel it speaks to that transformation. But owls can come off as really scary. You know, as much as it is portrayed as a cartoon or great for decorations and all that good stuff, owls can be very deep in transformative energy, and it can be pretty dark. And that's what I'm picking up here. There's a lot of darkness with this Justice card. Justice coming through for some heavy darkness that you've been dealing with, and you seeing this by creating more elevation for yourself and being greater in your power, helping to bring things to light. And I feel it has to do with the full moon energy that's here, being much in the heart space, connected to the heart chakra, and also being elevated. You're above all of this here, seeing everything. That being a part of that air energy that was coming through here, but then also what was coming through with the Queen of Wands. This is a card of 11. So I'm just getting that being attached to Aquarius energy. Humanitarian energy. Excuse me. Humanitarian energy is coming through there. And then also very magical energy as well. But being unique, being rare, being powerful, to where it is, I feel it's a part of that process of setting up a situation here because you knew what was going to happen. And this, I feel, is just a guided part of your purpose to help others to come into an awakening energy here. This breaks down to an overall 2. This is a card of 20. This is right before the World card, which is a significant ending of karmic cycles in manifesting. What we have next. And I feel this is trickery. Trickery, lies. This Ace of Pumpkin, I feel it has nothing to do with that start there. I do feel it's about what is destined for you. But you're creating your own destiny. There may be contracts I'm getting. Contracts where they have not been honored. Pumpkins being Pentacle energy here. So a pentacle that was being offered to you, I feel with this jack-o'-lantern and this candy connected to it, there just being some complete trickery. That's also being under that Three of Swords. But I do feel also too, this could be about the way that you have set up the situation here. Offering this candy here. Offering this treat. And this being a part of divine energy here too as well. So the way that you've been played, I feel that you played these energies here. now seeing the truth for what it is, removing yourself from the situation, and energies are sad because of this here, because they're not going to be able to feed off of your energy anymore. Very simple. Page of Pumpkins. I'm just getting this as being a part of that preparation and the message that was designed to come behind this Ace of Pumpkin here as a part of the setup energy here, to bring in justice and judgment to a situation that was very hurtful, unfair, and unnecessary. Pumpkins is more Pentacle energy here. Distracting energy. I feel that you also may have fallen for the distraction energy, and that, not necessarily fallen, but again, giving it the benefit of the doubt as it's representing itself. Higher self kind of looking like, I don't know. And maybe you're looking too much into this jack-o'-lantern. It being connected to the voodoo energy with the voodoo doll here. I'm hearing juju doll. But there being some kind of hypnotizing energy here. And you allowing yourself to, I feel this is about your power and you being in control of yourself. No one has power over you, and you know this. And now these other individuals who are connected to you that are all busted wide open, they know this here too, with the justice and judgment. But you deciding to give this one more try, putting your books down, putting things down for a second, to kind of fall into this, because I do feel with that candy energy, you know, it is delightful, it feels good. And just as this was happening to you, you were setting the situation up in the same manner here, making sure that you were covered and protected, because you weren't going to repeat the same mistakes twice. We have the Hermit, someone plotting and planning. Notice the jack-o'-lantern here, the brain here connected to the manipulation. Having a sign up here, I do feel with that silly look, that being about that foolish energy, somebody thinking that you're foolish, you don't know what you're doing, you don't see anything, you don't know what's happening. So they're just going to go ahead and make their concoction, but you seeing everything the whole time. You being in 360 mode in that Queen of Wands energy. Having eyes behind your back, on your sides, and in your front. And even a third eye to complement. But I see more lab rats here. We got a frog here, where I'm getting that being about potency, connected to some drug energy. The skull here, I feel this is a part of accomplice energy here. And it's sitting on top of a book. Maybe someone contributing to giving spells or doing spells. There's being collaborative effort here in order to try to harm you and hurt you. To keep you in a particular spot. It not working. This being a reversal of that justice energy. So just as what we do gets put out there, the same returns back to us. And I feel that's about you knowing the truth of a situation and the lessons that come from that 8 energy overall, because that's what you represent. So with that being the reversal energy with the Roman numerals here, this being a card of 9, that was coming through with Virgo energy connected to Pisces, and the full moon being in Pisces. This being an imbalance here, not connected to Pisces energy. And the reason I say that, and I looked at that to see what card was behind here, I knew it wasn't going to be Pisces energy. If it were, I do feel that the Hangman energy would be here, and instead we have the Fool, where this is being pointed right at this energy here. It looks very similar to the poster that's up here on the wall, where someone really thought you were a fool, where you're playing around with the planets and, you know, doing your thing, doing your work, feeling happy and feeling in delight, being in a loving space. And there's the bag again that I'm seeing connected to the books that are here as a part of your work, and being interrupted with these distractions here, being called in, allowing yourself to do this too. I should make that very clear. You know, no one has power over you, but allowing yourself to give in to this once again. And because of what's taken place connected to a 3 of Swords, we now have justice and judgment coming through from divine overall to let you know that what has happened is now being dealt with. And this being in your past, you're not a fool. You're a Queen of Wands. You're an Empress who just continues to increase. You see everything and you know everything. Let's clarify the Princess of Swords. This is a great reading. This is a lot too. Oh my goodness. Lordy. Okay, so with the no longer spying, let's see what all we have here. Okay. You taking your wand back from this particular energy. This having to do with no spying, you setting up boundaries overall when it comes to this Princess of Swords in reverse. Because I was getting spy energy here because of what's in your past and you making it clear that you know and you're no longer allowing this particular energy in your life. There's no longer this spying here. I feel that it's about lessons being learned from that judgment and justice energy here. The imp energy being connected to Wands energy. I feel that this was about those mesmerizing energies coming through, wanting to offer you candy, gifts, their wands, and you entertaining it. And this being the exposure of that particular energy. And it being very, I'm getting imbalanced and very flighty. And so what I was getting here, I'm going to go this way, is that this person is very unstable when it comes to their finances. Also notice what we have here too, an owl. Pumpkins is Pinnacle energy. 9 is also dealing with Sagittarius energy. And that's just what I'm getting. I'm not getting anything else. Not being responsible when it comes to finances. Possibly coming towards you to try to get that energy off of you to gain abundance that they do not deserve. Because they have not done the work. And I feel this is a part of lessons overall for everybody, including you. So then we have the 6 of Imps, and I'm just getting this as being someone who has status, who could be a celebrity, who is very much seen as a significant person in the community and the world. But it being a misrepresentation because this is imp energy. Imps are deliverers and messengers for the devil. The devil card being a card of 15. That being connected to toxicity, addictions, obsessions. I'm hearing gaslighting. That mesmerizing energy that was coming through, and also the juju doll. And this possibly being connected to your home. As I'm seeing 4 wands in the center here of those 6 wands overall. Those 2 of wands wanting to be hidden. And take what resonates as far as what that means. I do feel what I was picking up on as I said that is that it's preparation for others, where they feel that they're very similar to you, but you just not having it. You're not a fool. Again, you're an Empress. Very much in your Queen of Wands energy. Not having that shit is what I'm hearing. So with the 6 energy, that does create that 15. Or I should say the 15 creates the 6 with the 1 and the 5 from the devil card. Coming together to create the 6, it also subtracts itself to create a 4. Where I do feel it's about that purpose. And wanting to come towards you in a way, possibly spying on you when it comes to your home. I'm hearing someone being hired to spy. I mean, I'm looking out outside right now. And I do feel like as I'm looking over, it could be someone chilling in some, random car as incognito, spying on me. It could be relevant for you. As I say that did not come out of nowhere. This is more fire energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and Ophiuchus. The Taurus not really moving anywhere. it going nowhere. I feel like these energies in the Six of Imps here feel like it's going somewhere, but it's really not. So possibly that having to do with the actions that are being taken, and it just goes back to the justice and judgment energy here. There being no success or victory. I'm not getting that from this card here. But no more spying when it comes to you and your home. This was taking place, I feel, as a part of, you know, this plan and plot to throw these swords at you. And this is also, I feel, could be about, you know, the watching that you were doing. Not being in this toxic energy, but just about, you know, that preparation for yourself and being on that return to be ready for what you knew would possibly take place. Having your bases covered, Virgo energy coming through. So just as much as these energies wanted to come towards you in a negative way, you delivered on a more positive note. Being elevated, being in truth, and overall coming into that success for yourself, where you represent that Six of Wands, but in a more positive vibe on a higher level. So then with the Seven of Imps, we do have progression here. This just being about that process and the plotting and the planning, having to do with the spying on the home, pointing towards the home. What the fill in the blank. This is so obvious. So obvious. You were being spied on in your own home. I feel that you knew this, though. And this could be about more situations than one here. Could be dealing with family, partnerships, family relationships, situations, business, everything. Everything. And so with that Seven of Wands energy, that's typically about standing your ground, having some resistance to change. But with this energy that's coming through, I'm just getting this being a part of that process of being in the Six of Imp, moving towards the Seven of Imp, where it's about the plotting and the decision making, about, you know, deciding to spy on you when it comes to your home or a home situation, and now making the action to put that spying into place here. More fire, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and a Fucus. And so then we have here the Strength card. And this being a card of 8. 8 in reverse here. I feel this just goes right to that 8 of Cups with the regret of what it is that they've done. Now that you've removed yourself and set boundaries, eliminated the spine because the situation is over. There's nothing left to see. But I do feel that this is about that mind control and manipulation and overpowering, wanting to overpower one, attempting to try to have control when it comes to you and what it is that you're connected to. Possibly also too when it comes to your home. Seeing all of these infinity signs, just being, that just giving me all of that energy of justice and judgment, justice, judgment, justice, judgment. As much as this person maybe thought that they were not being seen, spirit being like right there, like, yeah, I see you all day, every day. You can't do anything or attempt to do anything of toxicity towards others, especially of, you know, who it is. And this coming from divine, from who it is that I created, who is walking the right path, living in truth and being truth. This will not be allowed. I see you. So again, it's about the power from within you that comes from divine, where those that were taking part in toxic behavior, having to do with spying, plotting and planning against you, you being protected by having that knowing, learning from past experience and preparing yourself with the support from divine overall to be able to overturn the energies that were coming towards you and transmuting that energy to make it work in your favor. Leo energy here. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups. And it fell right on top of that Princess of Swords in reverse. I'm seeing the Four of Pumpkins. I don't even want to touch these cards because of the vibration that's coming from them and the way that they fell on that Princess of Swords in reverse. Four Pumpkins, Four Pentacles energy. That's about a missed opportunity. Taking advantage of an opportunity by abusing it and misusing it. Tearing it all up to shit. I'm hearing Bam Bam, where you may have been pebbles. It's supposed to be, you know, a great little loving, happy Six of Cup energy that due to outside energies and influences and 3D programming turned into destruction. But you, again, I feel with this last cycle here, I do feel you made sure it wasn't destructive for you and that energy was being deflected to whoever was sending it your way. The result being right here in this Eight of Cups, being in your future here. Clarified by the Four of Pumpkins. The Four is having to do with stability. The Four also coming through in this energy of the Six of Imps here. That Six could be also tying to that Six of Cup energy, the Six of Ghost energy that's in this deck here. And that's speaking to soulmates. And it could be male or female. It's people that are designed to come into your life as a part of your journey to help you to come into greater, and you, vice versa for the others, but it all being about a choice. Oh my goodness, okay. So you can see what's here. Plotting and planning. Regretting the mess that they've made here. Possibly, you know, looking back on what it is that they've done, the actions that they took, and how they could have done better. They could have made the decision. Look at the frown on the moon. Like, don't you do that. Are you doing that? Are you really doing that? Don't you do that. I cannot believe you're doing that. And look at the eyes here. So possibly under the influence of something here that was causing particular energies you were connected to in the past here to act out against you, to try to keep you stuck or blocked, or just to hurt you because they're hurting and they don't know any better. Behaving like children. Adults behaving like children hurt children, because not all children act this way. There are a lot of children who have been raised by wonderful people who know better and do better and make the conscious decision to do the right things towards others. That just being, you know, a common thing, a respectful thing, a human thing. This is very disappointing, and I'm sorry for anyone this is resonating for who went through this. Five of Pumpkins. This having a lot to do with your finances here. Just seeing the two pumpkin energies here. Pumpkins being connected to pentacles. And I do feel that that's about the call for you to come into your greater power here with the polarity energy of Taurus. Realizing that you are able to create and bring in your own success, your own wealth, having your own power over your own life, not being influenced by others. And so you having that set up for yourself, coming into the cycle here to give energies the benefit of the doubt, and them just completely messing it all up for themselves yet again. And so you coming to a finalization here and walking away. Five of Pumpkins is about being left out in the cold or feeling left out in the cold. And that just gives me the energy of, you know, that infinity energy. The lesson learning that's coming from being connected to you as a Scorpio moon. That what you put out there is what you get back. So if you feel left out in the cold, it's possibly because you left someone out in the cold, which was a decision that should not have been taken, but it did happen. And now the return is coming back. This too shall pass and the same shall return. This also comes together to create a 9 energy here. That being about completions. Let's see what we have on the bottom. There's not much coming else from here. I feel that this energy is being felt. I'm getting chills as I'm saying this here too, because it's all these jack-o'-lanterns here. I'm just getting that being a part of that, you know, that candy The trick-or-treat candy being offered as a part of manipulation, the juju doll and the jack-o'-lantern that is right next to it, all the manipulation that was taking place. And this could be more than one person. Like I said, you know, I feel that there's one main person, but this person also had accomplices here that were contributing to what was taking place, and any of their energies could be in here. We have a lot going on here. Four Wands in reverse. The end of a home situation. You removing yourself from where it is that you were being watched and spied on. It could be very possible too that, no, I'm not going to say that because you've removed yourself. Because you've removed yourself, that being the reason for this reversal here. And this shit being over. No one, you know, whoever this was, no longer being able to spy on you. This is really creepy. Really creepy. But with this Four Wands in reverse, it's being over for you. It being unstable, unfounded. You're out of there, flying towards your newness here, getting away from what is not serving you. Seeing the pyramid, I am getting that being connected to your past life energy, and that was coming through with the Six of Cups. So cycles that needed to come about in this lifetime in order for them to be completed. With this being in your future card, and the energy of this reversal, the exposure of who this is, this being in your past, I say job well done. More fire energy. This is a lot of fire. So reactive fire, where with this card, it's been guided to watch that fire and to not be harsh, to not be rash and roughshod over anyone, but to be nice and to be kind and to be gentle. Or there may be a price to pay. Let's see what we have on the bottom here. King of Ghosts. In reverse. Super duper manipulator. Someone who is very childlike energy here. Adults acting like children is what I'm getting. Someone who is unhealed, who doesn't know better. Having these jack-o'-lanterns right here, that just being a part of the juju energy that I'm getting. Wanting to see you, the Pisces energy, where I was getting, you know, you possibly having that Pisces energy, being connected to that Pisces energy with the full moon in Pisces and the Virgo energy there too as well. But that being a part of, you know, wanting to see you dissipate. We got fish bones here. And then the pirate ship, I'm seeing a pirate ship in the back here, almost as if that's being, you know, attempted to be concealed, but things coming to the surface. There's being a lot of energy around this King of Cups, this King of Ghosts. Ghosts being your energy here with the Cups energy. King energy being a part of the Emperor energy. So being a counterpart energy to your Empress. But I feel that it's more on a lower vibration. And as you continue to elevate what does not resonate, whether it comes to, you know, past counterpart, past soulmates, if they ain't vibing, it ain't jiving. And you know it's not meant to be for you. And I feel this is a part of your transmutative setup. Given what it is you've dealt with in the past, having the knowing and just seeing things for what they are as they happen yet again. But you being in a much better place, you being more elevated and ready to move on and move forward. You already have. And I feel that's a part of that Queen of Wands statement there too. But someone who does not express themselves, this King of Ghosts here, being in the reversal with the connection to the Emperor energy, also someone who is not a great leader that they may give off. Someone who is a pretender, a facade, able to be fake in that way. But also with that being fake in their own way, that being a part of how it is that they've gained what they've gained. So that being based off of false pretenses, where I do feel that there's tower energy that's coming through for these particular energies, this particular person, connected to other energies that partook in the energy to attempt to harm you and keep you in a particular place of desolation. I'm seeing a dragon. The water being pretty, but, you know, it just completely being covered by this energy here. And I am seeing the fish bones here. The bones, that just speaking to, you know, the way that they have been able to get away with what it is that they've been getting away with. And I was picking up on that before. Taking you for a fool, possibly believing, you know, that because they've done this to other people, that they could do this to you too. Wrong. And they're finding this out with these energies here. If they haven't already, this being in your past. I feel that this is in your past because this is what you've put behind you here. And because you put it behind you, justice and judgment coming through. The light being shined on who it is that was a part of this energy here. And then even more energy of this person here being this King of Ghosts here. Who's again reflecting on the actions that they've taken, seeing what it is that they've lost, how they've taken it for granted, completely abused it and misused it, and now they don't have it no more. Feeling in this energy here. Feeling left out in the cold. And in this Four of Pumpkins energy here, that being about missing out on an opportunity. Scorpio Moons, this was your reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, empowering, and enriching. I do send, you know, my love to any of you who this resonates for, where you were on, you know, just for anyone who this resonates for, where you experience this. This is some pretty deep, hard stuff here. But I do feel that with the extensiveness of what it is that comes from that, it just goes back to helping you to build up into greater. And you have done that with that Queen of Wands coming through. Having that Ace of Wands and that new beginning for yourself that you have created for you, not being dependent on anyone else. Being supported heavily by divine. You're good. You're great. You represent that 8. And I could just feel that, you know, you continue to stay in good graces and good spirits. So, to end your reading, I hope that these messages were enlightening and powerful, enriching. Can't say enjoyable. I do thank you all so much for your continued love and support. I really, really, really do appreciate every single one of you. I'm grateful for every single one of you being in my life. It's helped me tremendously. I just recently moved into my new place, and I love it, and it's fantastic. And I hope that you all are doing your best and living your best life, being in a happy place full of grace and gratitude every single day, not taking for granted any of the moments that we're given every single second. Welcome to all new subscribers, and until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. Take good care. I love you. Peace.